We're live.
Yay, I always love being alive.
It's alive.
It's electric.
Okay. I'm just going to share this out to my whole Facebook page.
To your peeps,
Yeah.
to your followers.
Our millions and millions. Not really. All right. So let's get this started.
Let's get this started. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's going to come up with a song for everything you say tonight.
Apparently. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Willing Sacrifice. I'm Mike.
I'm Liz.
And you may notice a third name down at the bottom of the screen. Our special guest Tina has yet to arrive, but she is, as they say in France,
Represented by
en route.
this water bottle. En route?
En route. I just want to check something here while we're. So.
Excuse me. It's
Wow.
on Monday.
It is a Monday. It's Monday of Thanksgiving week, and we figured what better way to kick off that week than doing a little sacrifice, right?
And shoving food in our mouth?
Yeah.
Shoving food in your face hole.
Yeah.
I said earlier.
I just wanted to check our sound settings because sometimes that changes. Anyhow, yeah. So we have
Housekeeping.
We have a Universal Yums box, and tonight we have Germany. And if you've been with us lately, you know that we also have some Canadian snacks coming up. So stay tuned for that. But
Deutschland.
we have Germany first.
Deutschland.
That's what it's saying.
Deutsch. I just like the word.
I always organize these snacks before we start. That way they're easy to grab. And this looks like a very interesting mix tonight out of Germany. So I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I thought this looked Christmassy, but I think it's just like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Because there's no Christmas tree.
It kind of looks like one of those houses you would build out of all the...
gingerbread house?
Yeah. Like all the candies and stuff. But then there's a pretzel right in the middle, too. So very interesting. A very interesting graphic on the cover of this edition of Universal Yums. I'm saying this edition because I don't know what month this was actually shipped in because we have such the backlog.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm guessing September or October, somewhere around there. We're a little bit behind.
We are.
But that's part for the course of us, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got hello. Apparently that's how you say hello. And of course there's the grab a pen for our scorecard, which Mike has already done. There's the turn up the tunes with a QR code, say cheese, take pictures of yourselves. We're doing you one better, Universal Yums. We're making a video. Brush up on your German. That we can skip that.
I wonder if we should tag them in our videos, on our Facebook page or something.
You should just go through them or on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just tag them in every single one.
Yeah.
And then
not the ones where we didn't do their boxes.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah. So we have Guten Tag from Germany. Once upon a time, there was a box. And that box flew all the way from Germany to your doorstep so that you could try some of the best snacks in the world. But that's only the start of this month's tale. Get ready to discover Germany's historic castles, exciting festivals, and of course, delicious chocolate, some of the best in the world. Get ready to live happily ever after.
Yeah, and you know what I realized is last episode, we kind of scrutinized the stickers, right? And apparently these three are every month. And then the other ones are German themed. So you may remember me talking about the Too Picky sticker. And then there's a trivia star one, and then this eagle one. The most wild and fearless taster.
And the eagle is actually in here because that's the national bird of Germany, is the golden eagle.
But as we do this on Willing Sacrifice, you have to try the snack. As long as you're not allergic to any of the ingredients. That's kind of like rule.
That's kind of our policy.
Yeah. So as long as you're not allergic, you have to
take a bite. You don't have to keep it in your mouth. You have to take a bite.
Right.
I'm more notorious to spit something out than you are.
Indeed.
You power through.
Yep.
So just a little, summary, because I did hold up on the cover. We talked about it a little bit. It says, what's on the cover? If you're a fan of fairy tales, and you're likely to recognize this as a scene from the famous German story Hansel and Gretel. Well, many know this and many other tales from the iconic book Grimm's Fairy Tales. The stories within were not originally penned by the Grimm brothers at all, but rather collected. Some of the stories predate the founding of Germany itself, potentially dating back over 6,000 years. So, stick that in your Disney pipe and smoke it. Do you want to get started, or do you want to have a trivia?
Why don't you do a trivia? We just got a message that Tina's a little bit delayed because of they got roadblocked right down the street from us for some reason.
Apparently, we're being blocked off. It's our fans.
Yes,
they are
they're
swarming.
clamoring. It's like we're like the Beatles.
Yes. Oh, we've got headlights.
We do have headlights, but go ahead and do the trivia.
What do locals call the Chancellor's office in Berlin? The green room, the washing machine, the aquarium, or the brain?
I'm gonna go with the green room.
The answer is the washing machine.
Oh, I was almost gonna say that.
The Chancellor's office is dubbed the wash machine, which that's how it apparently says in WA. There's just extra letters. WASCHMASCHINE. Because of its most unusual feature, a huge circular glass window that looks like a washing machine door. Gerhard Schroeder, chancellor from 1998 to 2005, disliked the design, claiming people could see his bathroom. That didn't stop the office from earning Germany's top architecture prize in 2005.
Come on, join us.
Hello.
All right.
Am I joining next to you?
Our special guest has arrived.
Third one?
Yeah.
I can shove Mike down.
Well, I don't want Mike out of the window. We can have a shoulder. That's good. I can just lean on your shoulder.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Well, you haven't missed any snacks. Lucky
Oh,
you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Tina's on camera. Do you want to
Um,
do some housekeeping and move the camera back a little?
I can.
Housekeeping.
I got to move the tray back a little bit. Our table. How's that? Is that better? Or?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Except for
Oh, the camera.
look at there. There you
or
go.
the microphone.
Yeah. And there's your water.
We got a nice setup here.
It's pretty swanky.
Yeah. It is what it is,
All
right?
right.
there. Nobody was watching it anyway. Okay, so we're going to Germany,
Oh, fantastic.
home of obviously lots of good chocolate and Grimm's Fairy Tales, and lots of fun words with extra letters.
yes.
We just learned that washing machine is what would you say? Wash machine.
Wash machine.
It's very
It's just
creative.
wash machine with extra letters instead of
Okay.
WASH. It's WASCH.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know that German does a lot of that. They're like, just use the English word and make
I-
it sound German.
I started Polish on Duolingo, and water is voda.
Mm-hmm.
WODE. Voda.
And in German, it's Wasser.
So just weird, like,
So
I don't know.
Isn't that there's a brand of water that's like Voss, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
VOSS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of geek thing. So hydrogen. Everybody
Yes.
knows what hydrogen is.
Oh, I love chemistry.
So hydrogen is H2.
Yes.
That one of the building blocks of water.
Yes. Two of them, as a matter of fact.
Yes, two of the building
Yeah.
blocks of water. So we would say it is one of the things that makes up water.
Yes.
Do you know what the word hydrogen is in German?
No.
Wasserstoffen.
Obviously.
Water stuff.
Wow.
That's like me
Woo.
saying this book is paper stuff.
It's paper stuff. Yeah.
So Wasserstoffen is
All right.
hydrogen. Shall we
Okay.
get started?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm excited. This
feel
is
so
like
bad.
this is like part of our culture, our heritage.
You are.
Yeah, because grandma on dad's side is German.
Yes. A little bit far back, but
Yeah. Yeah.
You're very
They,
American folk.
The
Um,
Hendershot clan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, I see the word, and it's an Italian word, so I'm a little like, "Huh?" So let's get started with stracciatella bonbons. And they're bonbons. And
Listen.
they're not ice cream, sir.
As soon as you open that page, I was excited because that is my favorite flavor of gelato.
Oh, yeah. And that's the
Yeah.
thing is, like, most of the time, stracciatella I've had as gelato or
Yeah.
you're in for a whole new world of flavor, and by that we mean
Should we sing it?
a whole new world.
Yeah.
Um,
There's no one watching, so we can.
and by that we mean kugel. There's too many consonants together. Kugeln. Kugeln.
I don't know.
What type of
Kuglen.
no?
Kugel. I would go Kugel.
Eln. Kugeln.
Kugeln.
Kugel.
Whatever. Swallow the end of that word.
Okay.
A type of chocolate that translates to globe. While Kugeln are one of the most popular types of chocolate, this one is extra special. For starters, it hails from Germany's oldest chocolate factory, Helleran, which opened all the way back in 1804. Secondly, it's by far the factory's most famous creation to date, cherished by sweet lovers all across the country. Thirdly, its iconic spherical shape was designed to resemble the buttons on local salt miners' jackets. And lastly, it's filled with decadent stracciatella, one of Germany's favorite flavors of gelato, filled with cream and chocolate flakes. So it's the flavor of Italy in a German sweet.
I was just expecting that they were going to make you say Kugel like 500 times.
No
in
pronunciation
the
guide with this one, huh?
Nope.
Oh, that's scary.
So did we have the discussion on here about bonbons?
Maybe.
So there's obviously this like stereotype of the 1950s wife, Stepford wife, sitting at home eating bonbons, watching her soaps. And I never knew what a bonbon was. I had never seen a bonbon in my life. So I asked Mike, because he made the joke, and I'm not a stay-at-home Stepford wife. I said, so what is a bonbon? Yeah, this one.
Oh, sure.
And he said, oh, it's an ice cream. I'm like, oh, okay. But
Well, there is like a bonbon that is like
Yes.
chocolate covered, and there's ice
They're
cream
shaped
in
like this, but a little bit bigger.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
so I think bonbon is not necessarily an ice cream. I think it's
It's the shape. Yeah.
And I wonder if bonbon is for buttons because they said it's shaped after the
Yeah.
buttons.
I would have known that it was a candy this shape, and that I thought the ice cream was named after the candy of this shape.
Well, I figured it was some kind of candy or sweet, but I didn't know if it was like a specific, like was it a name brand or a style?
Mm.
This smells like Raisin chocolate, like the kind
Yeah.
that's on the outside of a Raisin.
Which makes sense because those are also German.
Mm.
This is yummy.
It is.
That box would be decimated in about 3 minutes at my house, and I live alone.
These are super, super sweet.
Mhm.
They are. They are cavity inducing.
Yeah.
I think that would prevent me from eating the whole box all at once. Just because I probably feel a little sick after the first 5.
Yeah.
Is that the thing that people say is like rich, and I don't
No.
understand that?
No, it's the like your sugar starting to spike and you're starting to
Yeah.
feel nauseous and shaky.
I don't think I've ever experienced that. Those would be
Everybody's
really
like,
good
"Whoa."
with a cold glass of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for Mike.
Oat milk, almond milk.
Yeah, that kind of milk might work.
Lactaid.
I would say like
Doesn't really work.
they would probably
Really?
actually taste
That's
good with
unfortunate.
like an iced coffee.
Oh, yeah. One of those would be good melted in an iced coffee.
They're pretty good. I would go 4 1/4.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think that is a unanimous vote. Both are good.
So it looks like they've got us bouncing back and forth on this one. I'll let Mike write in the scores.
Well, go ahead and start reading the next one.
I'll do another trivia while you're doing that.
Okay.
According to myth, oh god, these freaking words. According to myth, what lies under the Kyffhauser Hills? Kyffha with two little dots. User. Kyffhauser Hills. A sleeping emperor who died in 1190. B, a golden ox that grants wishes.
That's fun.
C, a pond of immortality. And D, a road to the city of saints.
How do you spell the Kyff part?
Kyff.
I'm going to go with the pond. You said it was like an immortality thing or something, right?
Pond of immortality.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
I think I would probably think fountain of youth,
Yeah.
but only a pond.
I mean, a pond could be bigger than a fountain.
It could be.
Yeah.
Originally, when you said kaifa, I was thinking that that yogurt-based beverage.
Kefir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
kefir.
that's what I was originally thinking of, and I was like, and when you said a pond, I thought it was gonna be like a pond full of yogurt.
It's like mom's favorite thing.
Yeah.
I love kefir.
I'm gonna go with the ox.
It's actually a sleeping emperor who died in 1190. Legend has it that 12th century Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I sleeps beneath these hills in central Germany. While he allegedly perished in battle, a legend arose that he was bewitched into eternal slumber, and that once his beard grows around his table 3 times, he will awaken again. In the meantime, you can still visit these hills to meet him, a 19th century monument of him. So,
All right.
I'm like, Kyffhauser. I'm like trying to think, Kyff. Because, like I said, they take words that you kind of recognize.
Right.
So it's like Hauser, something house. What is it, house?
Right.
What's a Kyff? Is it king?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
But
Trying to decide. So let's go Savory Town.
okay.
This is going to be a little bit of a shock. Onion rings. Celebrate Weimar's Onion Festival. Once October rolls around, there's no one particular festival on every. Oh, there is one. Let's try that again. Once October rolls around, there's one particular festival on everyone's mind. No, it's not Oktoberfest. That happens in September. We're talking about the Weimar Onion Festival, originating back to 1653 as a way for locals to share their onions for winter. It's Germany's oldest folk festival, 157 years older than Oktoberfest.
What?
Today, over 300,000 annual attendees stock up on fresh onions, relish the famous onion pie, and watch the crowning of the Onion Queen. Open up this outrageously crunchy, oniony yum, and you'll see what the hype is all about.
Are you saying they relish the onion pie or relish, onion pie?
They relish the onion pie.
Ooh.
I thought there was onion
Like
relish.
put relish on it?
No, they verb relish.
Yes, gotcha. That's, yes.
They verb the noun.
I wonder if the people of Elba, New York know about the Greater Onion Festival because there is the annual Onion Festival in Elba, New York every year.
I know.
I have been.
Maybe there's a lot of German immigrants because this is
Maybe.
an old festival who just
Maybe.
carried it over.
All right. If anybody out there is from Elba, let us know.
If you've ever seen some of our previous episodes where we do enjoy pickles, there's a local pickler named Pete
Pete's Pickles.
who does, the name of his company is Pete's Pickles, and he actually does an onion relish that is amazing.
So good.
And
Does it also have pickles in it, or is it just onions?
It's
Dust
just
onion.
onions. It's
I
just,
might like that.
It's just a sweet
okay.
onion relish. So it's got a little bit of like mustard seeds in it
Okay.
and stuff, but it's really good. It's yummy on sandwiches and baked potatoes and anything with sour cream.
That sounds really good.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say there's gonna be a quibble that I noticed.
The quibble.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but when we get to the next snack, I'll start to talk about it. But little onion rings.
Verzig knacking lecker. It sounds rude. Zweibelg, Verzig, knacking lecker.
Is snacking like snacking?
Knacking lecker. Oh god. Okay.
Well, they
These
have.
are very oniony.
So they have a picture of green onions and parsley, it looks like, on there, as well as like what looks like a Vidalia onion.
They may also be slightly stale.
Oh, that's good.
That is some powerful onion. It tastes like raw onion.
Yeah.
Which normally I don't like, but I'm gonna grab a few more.
It's like, yeah, it's
They're really good.
I like them, but my stomach is like, maybe not right now.
Oh, yeah, those
They're
are good.
powerfully oniony. I'd have to be in a mood. That's not a I'm gonna reach for that. That's like a
I would almost consider like dunking them in ketchup
no.
To
no.
cut-
Oh,
to
yeah.
cut the onion flavor a little bit.
I think that would just make them worse. I think that's
No,
not
it's
worse.
Actually-
I like saying they're bad. I think that would, because they're salty and ketchup is salty, I think it would just make it, I don't think it would temper the raw onion flavor. I think it would just,
I think they need some BK zesty sauce is what they really need.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd probably let them go stale and then smash them up and
Use them in a breading.
use them as a chicken breading.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Or in ground beef for hamburger.
Oh, yeah.
Like a almost like a smash burger with those.
Yeah.
They're close to stale though, I feel.
But they're, and oh my god, if you're with somebody, both of you need to eat them, or else the other one is going to be like, oh god, you stink.
So what's your score on those, Steve?
I think I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
I really enjoy those.
Probably say, and probably say like a 2.75. Not that I hate them, but they're just a little too much for me.
Right. I could see that. I'm gonna go 3 1/4.
I think as far as like, like we talk about the numbers being like, would you buy them again?
Mhm.
And now, like, I don't cook, but like, if you told me do this, and then I could replicate that makes those really versatile. And then that way I would buy them again for the purpose of like putting in a burger or use it as a chicken coating, or what that would be really good at is like a pork loin.
Right. So if like
Yeah.
it came in a really big bag because you just had a craving and you ate a few, and that's the thing again, for me, that onion lingers. And I feel like if I ate more than a few, I would feel like afterwards, like
Yeah.
Gotcha.
so
I
that
might
I'd
be able-
probably not eat the rest of the bag.
Gotcha. I might also be really generous today because I'm starving. I have not eaten very much today. So when you were like snack price, I was like, yes, I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Yeah, I think I probably might have graded these differently earlier before we ate dinner because I also didn't eat during the day. Work was really busy. So like I got done with work and I'm like, food.
This is dinner. I had one section of a Kit Kat for lunch, so we're breakfast and lunch of champions today.
We're not doing well with this adult thing.
Do not
What did
follow
you
us
have
for rules.
today? I had coffee at 6:30 and then nothing until
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Yeah,
What
I
did you-
had
and then you had a Kit Kat. That's probably some water.
I had a muffin for breakfast with coffee and some water, and then I had literally one section of a. It was the dark Kit Kat that from it's the cocoa from Africa one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was a quality lunch.
I'm
Like
the only
it's
one not
the
common
successfully adulting.
Yes. because I did have breakfast
And lunch
and lunch
and dinner.
and dinner.
Was there
I'm
snacks
proud
too?
of you, bro.
Lunch was pretty filling, so like what I had like for like a late afternoon snack would have probably been with my lunch, but I was so full from lunch that I had it later on in the day.
It's funny when you said, "I'm proud of you, bro." It's like he is legitimately her brother. It's not like she'd be like, "Bruh."
No, I wouldn't. I don't do that BRUH stuff.
Bruh.
I hate
Good
that.
job, bro. It's just when you said it, it's like, proud of you, bro. I'm like, word, sis.
Or you're from Rochester. I'm proud of you, bro.
Bro.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it.
So let's migrate.
Oh,
Two.
I'm so excited.
As we discussed, Tina thought that those would be good with ketchup. Well, guess what? We're having some ketchup potato sticks. The German snack for everyone who loves fries is any good combo as iconic as ketchup and fries. In Germany, yes, ketchup, fries, and currywurst. The classic dish made by pouring a mix of curry powder and ketchup over grilled German Wurst sausage
Mm-hmm.
and Palms fries
Yeah.
was first made in 1949 Berlin. Now it's ubiquitous across all major cities, but none more than Berlin. It's even tradition for every mayoral candidate to have a photo op at a currywurst stand. Here, you'll taste the spicy ketchup and fries classic in an extra crispy snack. Even without the Wurst, this snack might just be Berlin's best.
So the quibble I have,
What is the quibble?
They're from the same company?
they're from the
Okay.
same company.
Okay.
Oh, there's another from the same company
Oh.
later on.
Yeah. So if they're good snacks, they're good snacks, right? But
Right.
like, what? Sometimes like you like to try maybe snacks from different companies within that country, but they tripled down on this one, and we have 3 snacks all from the same snack company.
Okay. It does look like a very significant box, though. Like there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, there's a total of 10 snacks in this box.
And I think, there's part of me that's like, oh, well, it's not, you have to think of how big a country is. And Germany is not that big compared to like a state.
Right.
But UK is even smaller, and they have like bajillion different companies
Yeah.
who make
So
snacks.
immediate reaction, they smell interesting. And total like veggie straw.
Yeah.
These are ketchup veggie straws.
I'm excited because ketchup chips from Canada are my favorite Canadian potato chip. Oh. Liz does not seem impressed. They're just kind of okay.
It's not ketchup, it's tomato paste.
Yeah. Doesn't have that
It
vinegary.
doesn't have the vinegar.
It's
Very-
very strong, like tomato as opposed to ketchup flavor.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's us. Maybe American ketchup and German ketchup are different.
Yeah, that could be.
I think we ran into that though, like with like some Canadian chips that we got that were more
Tomato
it was ketchup,
paste
but it was
forward.
tomatoey than ketchup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
our idea of ketchup is like tomato and vinegar
Yeah.
and salt
Mm-hmm.
and a pinch of sugar.
Yeah.
If the tomatoes aren't super sweet. And this was more, I'm making sauce and I'm opening the little tiny can of tomato paste.
Right.
It's not awful. It's not ugh. It's just it says ketchup and I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, it was just disappointing.
Yeah. Like if somebody had these in a bowl in front of me, I'm not going to not eat them.
No, it's like somebody put a movie on and put these in a bowl in front of you. They're gonna be gone.
Right.
I gotta say they're like a better flavor than the veggie straws that we get here.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3 out of 5 on this.
Yeah. I mean, I like them better than the onion ones. So yes, 3 out of 5 for me.
I don't like them as much as the onion ones. But that a 3 out of 5 is lower than what I gave the onion one, so that seems fair.
Alrighty.
Because I would buy the onion ones again. These I would not seek out. But I am going to eat another one before I hand it back to you. Because I'm hungry.
So, trivia question number 3. According to German tradition, which is bad luck? Shaking hands with a chimney sweep, saying cheers while toasting with water, tossing salt over your left shoulder, or knocking on wood.
I'm gonna go the salt over the left shoulder.
I'm going to say the shaking hands.
So, again, 4 choices that.
Oh wait! Hold on. I'm gonna change my answer. All of the above.
There is none. That's all of the above.
Ah, damn it.
There's 4 choices that for us would be all things that you would do for good luck.
No. What was this? Not the shaking hands with the chimney sweep. What was the next one?
I'll stick with the salt then.
Shaking hands with a chimney sweep.
Not that one.
Saying cheers while toasting with water.
That one.
Tossing salt over your left shoulder, or knocking on wood.
I'm going to say cheers while with water.
And you're saying
I'll stay with the salt.
Tina's right. It is in Germany, saying Prost / cheers with water is bad luck. To understand why, we have to go back, way back to ancient Greece. Ancient Greeks toasted the dead with water to symbolize the journey through the underworld. So in modern Germany, toasting with water is said to bring bad luck to your guests. Now, it's good luck. Now, if it's good luck, you're after A, C, and D are all said to bring good fortune.
Which is the same for us.
Which is the same.
No
toasting with water.
That is not the reason I would have thought that it was not bad luck to toast with water. I would have thought it would have had more to do with like water bringing dysentery and things like that.
Yeah.
Because of not clean water.
Yeah, it's like,
But
yes, we don't toast with water because people who drink water get sick.
right. But if you drink wine or beer, you're good.
And we say that because back before sanitation.
Yes.
So we're going back to sweets with a lemon wafer bar.
I'm so glad it's lemon and not melon. Because just seeing the green, I wasn't sure.
Crispy, crumbly, and oh so lemony. Who doesn't love a squeeze of lemon on their schnitzel or a citrusy kick in the sauerkraut? I'm gonna give you a citrusy kick in the sauerkraut. With all of the ways lemons are incorporated into their cuisine, you'd think Germany's lemon orchards would go on for miles, except they actually don't grow natively at all. That's why Germany is the second biggest importer of the citrus in the whole world, spending almost 375 million every year. And when you're making sweets like these crispy lemon wafers, we can understand why they're in such high demand. So Germans love lemons. And we've got Wortmans.
They don't smell very lemony.
No, they don't. They smell like Wortmans. Hopefully they're not too stale. They're not stale at all. And they're not lemony until like they start to melt.
Yeah. I would say they don't taste particularly lemony.
I don't get lemon. Or just get tart.
Yeah, it's tart. I'm kind of glad that it's not too much lemon.
I like lemon.
I do too.
I just don't like that. I was expecting like a super huge amount of tartness, and it's just kind of almost like a vanilla lemony kind of.
It tastes like vanilla that has been sprinkled with Sour Patch Kid dust. Like not lemon flavored, just
Just
sweet
tart.
and sour.
I don't even get enough vanilla to say that it tastes vanilla. It just tastes like sweet tart.
Yeah. I would not buy those. Ever. And I probably also wouldn't eat them if somebody had them out.
Listen, I'm hungry enough. I'd eat just about anything sitting in front of me right now.
No, but if
Unless-
it was a big spread, these would probably be the last thing I would go for.
Right. If it was the only thing, I'm not going to turn them down.
But if like somebody so far had out the
All
bowl
of those
of the thing and the bowl of the things and the bonbons and then these, you'd be like, I'll eat those last.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know, the thing is like we end up doing a lot of these snack boxes, and we end up with the wafer cookies, and they always seem to end up being a pretty disappointing snack in these.
Okay, so I know you have some sort of emotional connection to wafer cookies, and I think there must have been something in your upbringing, either that you associate them with somebody, because you both like love, and Sean too.
Michaela loves them too. Grandma used to, when we would go to, there was that grocery store that was when the malls were two separate malls, and it was like Apples, I think it was called.
When it was a bulk food, it was
Yes.
Apples, and before that, it was Star and Bell.
So I remember going to Apples and getting Vortman cookies and chicken wings in their deli section. They were cold chicken wings. They were like breaded chicken wings,
Mhm.
and the Vortman cookies. Now, maybe I think the boys usually got the wafer cookies, and I got the Dutch cocoa cookies.
Is that your emotional connection to wafer cookies? Is that why
I just
you love them?
remember eating them a lot, like when I was a kid, and I really liked the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ones, like
Yeah.
because they would come in that pack, or you buy them in the bulk section.
Yep.
You just get like a huge bag of them for like nothing, and
Yeah.
I'd mouth through them like in no time.
So that kind of helps me
No.
understand why you guys are like, ooh, because you and Sean particularly are like, ooh, wafer cookies. I'm like, ooh, garbage cookies.
There's a European one that's chocolate hazelnut wafer cookie, and that one is exceptional. And I would eat a lot of those.
We had those ones. What was it? The last episode we did that were really like, but it was almost more like a high-end Kit Kat or something like
Yeah,
that.
they were
But it tasted almost like a hybrid.
they were like
between-
caramel something.
Yeah, almost like a hybrid between a wafer cookie and a Kit Kat.
Right. And those
Yeah,
I
it
could
was
get
like
behind.
really
But
good.
still, it's like you have a much more hopeful outlook at wafer cookies than I do. Because in my mind, I know they're gonna be trash. And they might redeem themselves.
I got to be honest though. Like when I was going through this box and I see a wafer cookie, I'm like, all right, and then I see it's lemon, and I'm like, I really
Well, lemon's not your thing.
right.
You have frosting on your nose there.
I don't know what happened.
You just smeared the cookie onto your face.
Maybe.
Okay. So let's reach into our yum bag.
It's the return of the Yum Bag.
Did we number those?
Oh, the wafer cookies.
We did not number them. We got it. We went down a long, deep, like childhood story.
Liz was expecting some sort of like breakthrough, like psychological
No, I was like,
breakthrough about the
I
wafer
was
cookies.
like,
You know,
back in 1982, there was this time when I don't know, we watched some sort of natural disaster on television, like everybody else did in the 80s, or we did like document cover Cold War atomic bomb stuff, and they'd reward us for being really good with wafer cookies.
No, it's nothing like that.
I don't know why my mind went there, but I was like, picture it, Challenger explosion.
Oh.
I was just like, why did my mind go there?
I mean,
And then I like took solace in wafer cookies.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, because in the early 80s,
yeah,
we were under a constant barrage of
it's true.
you're going to die in a nuclear war. A nuclear war is going to happen. Russia is going to bomb you tomorrow morning. And you better learn how to duck under your desk because that's going to save you.
So you mentioned the chicken wings. I more so remember those from another grocery store, getting those as Tops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I do remember getting those too.
Yeah. I loved that Apple's place.
I'm going to go 2 1/4 on these wafer cookies.
Wow. You really did not like them.
I don't like wafer cookies.
I'm like a 2.5. I'm not going to turn them down if somebody offers them to me. I like the tartness. That was pretty yummy. But I wish they were more lemony.
They're definitely Cold War.
But we do have the return of the Yum Bag.
We have a couple of viewers right now. They should let us know who they are.
Hello.
Hello, viewers.
Hello. From Deutschland. You struggling?
I have the scissors. I don't know why I'm not using them.
Because you feel like flexing your muscles.
It's like, cool.
I can pull apart plastic.
Easier said than done sometimes, I'll tell you.
I joke, but right now, if you handed those to me, I would just laugh at you and be like, "Are those the same?" Yeah. Milk and honey caramels, a sweet unification of flavor. On October 3rd, 1990, Germany's separate states were reunited as a single country for the first time in 45 years, talking about things we watched happen on television, which is why every year people all over the country celebrate October 3rd as Unity Day. Parades, concerts, and fireworks make it easy to get in the spirit of unity. But what if we told you there was an excellent way to celebrate right now? If you think the answer is these milk and honey caramels, you would be correct. They're a delicious union of creamy milk and sticky honey and a ultra soft caramel.
So we've, like,
Are these legit the same? Okay.
yeah,
They're just one is smushed.
there's candies that you realize, like, when you were like a kid that you really didn't like, and then like as an adult you grew like a greater appreciation for it. And one of the American candies, when you started describing these, that I thought of was bit of honey.
Yeah. Like when you're a kid, you got those in your trick or treat bag. You were
and you're
like,
oh crap,
wow, this is old people candy.
Here you go, Dad.
And now you're like, oh, I don't mind if I do.
We kind of
like we were like that with Werther's too, and who knew the Werther's were so good?
And we were talking like a couple weeks ago about like ice cream flavors, and I posited to our dad that he used to get maple walnut, and I asked him, I was like, did you get maple walnut because you knew the kids wouldn't eat it?
That's the problem, is I would have liked maple walnut. So these are also a bonbon. These are good bonbon.
I was noticing that. So bonbon, not necessarily the shape
of a button.
Oh. Yeah.
Everybody knows why bonbons are called bonbons.
You didn't say anything about milk and honey.
Milk, and is it milch?
Milch?
Is it milch or milk?
It's
milk.
probably like milk.
It's probably one of those.
Yeah.
And honey.
I am excited to also share, if these are really good, that they are gluten-free and they contain no palm oil, which means they are orangutan safe, which makes me happy.
That's not what I expected them to be like. I thought they were going to be chewy.
It says chewy on there.
No, not chewy.
Oh.
Not very chewy. They're like...
They're German chewy.
Oh, it doesn't say chewy. It's just soft. It's very honey forward.
Mm-hmm. Lots of honey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like the texture. It's like not good fudge.
They remind me of something. I can't think of what it is.
I feel like I'm not eating candy.
Yeah. I know that's a weird thing for you to say and me to go, yeah, but I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what it feels like. I feel like I'm eating art supplies.
Honey flavored art supplies.
Yeah. Like Sculpey clay or.
Well, I've never put that in my mouth, so I don't know.
No, but it's like when you played with it in your fingers, it feels like that in your mouth a little bit.
I've eaten something else with this texture though, and I can't.
Play-Doh?
No, I don't. I've never put that in my mouth either.
It's salty. It doesn't taste good.
I would imagine it would be, because if you've ever seen it when it's dried up, it's very crystalline.
And it's not toxic, so you can eat it.
I mean,
but they don't make it taste good, so little kids aren't like,
right.
No.
They do make it smell good, though.
They do. Yeah. It does not taste like it smells.
That really was not pleasant.
I would agree. I mean, I like the honey flavor. I like the honey part, but it was the consistency of bad fudge. Like if you store-bought fudge.
I don't know. The texture is definitely weird, and it didn't weigh anything.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I can equate it to like the comparison of like a donut from any other place on the planet and Krispy Kreme to an actual caramel versus this thing. It's like a SAT question. But
This
like,
is to this to this.
yes, that would be like the equivalent. How like a Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme like looks like a donut, kind of tastes like a donut, but does not weigh like a donut.
And when it hits your mouth, it does not behave like a donut.
No, it just melts. And that's exactly what this did.
Yeah. I'm like, this is like, and like I said, art supplies, but I wasn't joking. I'm like, did you ever get one of those? That's
No,
what
I
it looked
didn't-
like.
I
Did you ever
didn't
get one
think
of
you
those
were.
erasers that looked that color? Did you ever get one
Yeah.
of those erasers that looked
Yes,
that color,
yes.
that tan color?
Yeah.
And it crumbled when you were erasing it, and they were the worst erasers
Oh, I
in
know.
the world.
I know exactly the eraser you're talking about. I feel like kids these days do not know those erasers, but I
Like
know
a-
exactly what you're talking about.
a beige
Yes.
gum eraser, and they did not work, and they would just crumble and fall
Yes.
apart, and you'd be like, "Why did you buy
And
this, Mom?"
somehow they sold probably millions of dollars worth of them to schools all over the country.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's. I felt like I was eating that.
Yeah.
It was a honey flavored eraser. Is that your vibe? Vibe check.
Yeah, just not good. Just not good at all. What's your score on that, honey? No pun intended.
I
Yeah.
like the flavor. I just wish they didn't make it. bleh.
Yeah.
I'll give it a. I wouldn't buy it, so I'm gonna give it like a 1.5.
I would also not buy it. Again, flavor good, texture bizarre. 1.5 sounds probably, yeah.
Yeah, like for
Yeah.
me, 2 is my breaking point for would I not buy it. So
Yeah.
2 and up, I might buy it again. Below 2, I won't buy it, and then like below 1, I would set it
Yeah.
on fire.
I wouldn't set it on fire. If that had that exact flavor but actually had the consistency of a caramel,
Yes.
I would probably eat a lot of them
Yeah.
because I really like honey and I
It-
like caramel.
It's a rare instance when you can actually say the American version of something like that is better. And I mentioned bit
Right.
of honey right when we were
Yeah.
trying those, and the bit of honeys are better.
Because it
They
has
are.
that more chewy texture.
This might be we don't keep track of them all. If anybody wants to go through all the episodes that we've ever done, you can. Might be the lowest rated thing that we've had for me. It's a 1.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just the texture and the
It's
the
a little
feel
bit
of
like
it is really off-putting.
Circus peanut.
Gritty.
Yeah.
I like circus peanuts better than this.
Wow.
They've got more chew.
Yeah.
This was just kind of crumbly grit.
You know what though? You know what's weird about that is I say that, but I don't think I've had a circus peanut in quite a long while. It'd be interesting to go back and revisit some things like that
Yeah.
and try them and just give like an adult opinion.
So what's funny is you say that you haven't had a circus peanut in probably 30 years.
I don't know if it's been that like long, but it's been a while.
But you have a memory of what you
Yeah.
remember they taste like.
Yeah,
I never knew that they were orange.
yeah.
I just thought that they were random sweet flavor.
They're supposed to be orange.
Apparently, they're supposed to be
Yeah.
orange flavor.
That seems like fake news to me.
Yeah.
I don't remember them tasting
Well, they're
anything
more,
like
more
orange.
like orange. Like,
Orange.
I would say
fake orange.
they taste like vanilla. They taste more vanilla than that lemon cookie where you
And-
guys were saying it tastes like vanilla.
And that might be why I liked them so much, is because I liked orange. Like I really
Oh.
liked orange when I was younger. So
You have
Wow.
to eat like 500 of them to get the orange flavor.
I mean, I'm a big guy. It wasn't an issue. Eating,
Like, Mike ate 500 circus peanuts.
I mean, a bag of Doritos did not last long in the Crandall household.
I'm just thinking, Mike ate 500 circus peanuts. They won't need to embalm you when you die with that amount of preservatives.
I would. I have a thought, and you know, like nowadays, if I ate that many, how that would come out would just be an awful scene.
They're
Wow.
probably an urgent care visit.
Yeah.
That would involve a deductible.
Wow.
The GI specialist would have to come in. It would just not be pleasant.
So, we're gonna find something on your X-ray, sir. So, which game was invented in Germany? Going back to Germany. Sorry, Germany.
Circus peanut. eating.
Circus peanuts. Dominoes, Battleship, Chinese checkers, or Candyland.
I'm gonna go with Candyland.
I think I agree.
The answer is, believe it or not, Chinese checkers was actually invented in Germany in 1892, based off of a similar four-cornered game called Halma. This star-shaped version was originally named Sternhalma, Star Halma, until it was brought to the US in 1928 and marketed as Chinese checkers to keep up with the trending interest in Asian imports. That's confusing.
Wow.
I don't think I ever played Chinese checkers.
I have played Chinese checkers. It is fun.
I don't know why, but I had this in my mind, like that, like there was some weird version of Candyland that was like German themed.
I feel like
That's
there
why-
is too. I feel like there's
That's
some
why
sort
I
of
went. That's why I went with that.
twisted
Mm.
German version of it, where there's like more death.
That seems like if Brother Sean is out there, he would like
Watch-
probably like a horror movie that
Wants to
was
play
like
the death
yeah.
version of
Yeah.
Candyland. Like
That and the, its sequels, Shoots and Ladders.
well in the UK, in the UK it's Snakes and Ladders.
Yeah.
Apparently snakes were too frightening for American children, so they had to call it Shoots and Ladders.
I mean, to be fair, that does make a little bit more sense. Because
yeah,
you go
really
up the
don't-
ladder and you come down like a slide, and they don't come down a snake.
You might. If you're, I think that would be the
Yeah.
Australian version.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
yes,
like
yes.
you know we gotta try and make everything be so like safe here
Yeah.
and
How dare we?
just and like not try and scare the children, right? Even back then when we were kids, you know, renaming that. But I heard a thing. I think it was at the end of last week where they were taking all of the animatronic characters out of the Chuck E. Cheese restaurants because of how scared kids were getting from them. But they
Aw.
finally started taking them out after only 40 years of them existing. But the thing that they're doing is they're having the employees like remove them and then like taking them somewhere and like dismantling them by like breaking them up with like baseball bats and shit. It's like,
So, like-
it's some like horrific thing.
Wow.
And not only that, but they need to do, they want them to have proof of it and send proof in. So they're having them video it. So it's like there's like some sort of like weird like Chuck E. Cheese snuff film thing, like where you're
I've
like
got Jasper T. Justice here, sir. I'm gonna make him pay.
where like all the executives at Chuck E. Cheese headquarters are watching these videos and just
Messed
having
up.
like a weird like
And yes, Jasper T. Justice was one of the members
Yeah.
of the Chuck E. Cheese band.
Yes, it's a
Up in
dog.
the birthday
Yeah.
thing.
you know,
I had one. I had a stuffed Jasper T. Justice. I don't remember any of the other characters. And then there was the Chuck E. Cheese Elvis. You remember
Oh
that?
yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
put a token in and it would do an Elvis song.
Yes.
And it was enormous. That was a huge. Well, I mean,
What are we
I
doing
was
to kids
little.
these days that they're scared of animatronic?
Well, the
Uh,
Elvis one doesn't really make sense anymore because they wouldn't really know who the hell that is.
You'd be surprised. Lots of kids know Elvis. Yeah.
Lots of kids know Elvis.
Yeah.
I was
I
never
know.
afraid of the anthropomorphic.
No, me neither.
Yeah, the animatronic critters.
What's gonna happen like next? Disney World gets rid of like characters.
well
That
some of
seems
the other
silly.
things that was occurring, I guess, is like they weren't putting a lot of money into repairing them. So like they started to like have like eyeballs coming out and stuff like that. So like they were in like disrepair but still functioning.
Okay, that would be scary.
That would be scary.
However-
if it's like if it's playing its guitar and then it's like looking and then it looks over at you and it freezes and you're like, ah. You're like, I don't want my birthday here anymore.
I could think of one animatronic that would be even scarier than that, but that would get very political.
Oh, and you like the Hall of Presidents?
The Hall of Presidents.
Oh, boy.
I was going to say that I actually think that the giant rat is scarier than the animatronics. it's like, come to Chuck E. Cheese, eat pizza that's been sneezed on by a 4-year-old served by a giant rat.
I had my 23rd birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
They were saying actually
good.
the the radio show I was listening, they were talking about the salad bar, and the salad bar is really good. But who in the hell would want to eat it with all the kids running around and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing that the
Little-
boogery kids are probably not going near the salad bar.
Yeah, but little Timmy manages to somehow dip his hand
Yeah,
into the
it could
ranch
be.
dressing.
You know, they
know?
like they get on a kick where like all they want to eat is carrot sticks.
Okay.
And they'll get like a giant bowl of carrot sticks. I've seen little kids
Yeah.
do that where they're like, I just want cucumbers, and they just like, rah, rah.
Well, that
And
was
then they
a,
lick 5 of
Yeah.
them.
that was a screwy thing. Like is like going down the line of buffet restaurants, or like where they have buffet servers, was going. If you've ever been in a Golden Corral, and at one point they had like the chocolate fountain, where like you could like
Oh yeah.
like take like a marshmallow and put it in the fountain and it would come back the chocolate covered marshmallow, and that was great and all, but it was like available for anybody to go up to and
Just
use.
stick anything in.
and I'm sorry, but I'm expecting some kid to like I'm really trying not to swear, do like the Augustus gloop with his
Just like,
hand and just
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm
and-
just like, a chocolate fountain with traces of fecal matter
Ew.
and Ebola.
Okay. Going back to Chuck E. Cheese, though, they had my all-time favorite pizza toppings because they had almonds. Like on their Hawaiian pizza, it was ham, pineapple, and almonds.
Huh.
And that was a life changer. That was really, really good.
I wonder why it wouldn't be macadamia nuts, because that's
That's
Hawaiian.
what
Well-
I was gonna say.
Probably because
Probably
they're
'cause of the
expensive.
price.
Yeah.
So like almonds give you the same kind of texture, like
Right.
a crunch.
Well, and it's like a similarly buttery kind of nut. So, yeah. But it was really, really good.
And
I
when we
always
were
enjoyed
kids,
it.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza was actually pretty good. But the
Yeah.
last time I was there,
It's not.
it's
Not as
like
good.
Mama Cozy's
Yeah.
meat type stuff.
Yeah.
But that you get what you pay for. So let's
Yeah.
go back to our yum bag.
Oh, can we
Oh,
go
yeah.
back to Chuck E. Cheese just for a second?
Sure.
Oh,
It's
so
your
has
show. You can do whatever
absolutely
you
nothing
want.
to do
So,
with Germany, but we're on a Chuck E.
they
Cheese
were
thing.
they did a thing during the COVID times, where they, obviously they couldn't have kids come into the restaurant, and
Is it
so
a restaurant?
what,
Is it a restaurant?
whatever the facility.
Okay.
An arcade
Um,
that serves pizza.
So how were they able to stay afloat and earn, right? So what they did is that they were open and you could buy, order pizzas to go and stuff from them, right? But what they were also doing is almost being like in a way like a ghost kitchen, where like you'd get these offers like on DoorDash or whatever, where like you could get a pizza for a price or something. It was something of this nature, but they wouldn't tell you where it was from.
So it was like the hotels.com of pizza.
Yeah.
Like we don't know
Yeah.
where you're staying, but you got a good price, and it's in this 5-mile square area. And so it's like, we got a good pizza for you. We're not gonna tell you where it's coming from, but it's from this general area here. And you're like, well, there's a Mark's. And you're not thinking, there's a Chuck E. Cheese. You're thinking there's a Mark's, there's a Pontillo's, there's a
Domino's.
So I'll just
Yeah.
buy this.
I would take the Chuck E.
Oh.
Cheese over Mark's.
I like Mark's pizza.
I don't like their crust.
But they were doing that, I guess, in some fashion. I might have it a little wrong, but it was something like that they were doing, and it was really kind of interesting. But I mean, how did they survive without being
Right.
being able to be open? That was one thing they did. I remember driving past.
That's kind
there.
of fun, actually.
I remember driving past there a few times and seeing like cars in the parking lot, and then they said, "We're like," they had like on the windows or whatever, "We're selling pizza," or something like that. and
Yeah,
their
or
phone
order
number.
pizza or something.
Right.
I
And
do remember that.
yeah, it, because I was driving past there enough, going, because one of the things you did during COVID times was a lot of home improvement,
Yeah.
and
Lowe's.
and Lowe's was right there in the same
Yeah.
parking lot where we live, and yeah, so that was a thing.
So I mean, for like, if it was like for $10 and they're like $10 large pizza, 16, we'll even say 12 slices.
Yeah.
I would buy a $12 mystery pizza.
Yeah.
A $10 mystery
Well,
pizza.
why don't we get to the next thing?
All right.
Okay, let's do some assorted sour
Oh.
fruit candy. Chewy candies. I'm yet to find chewy. Hopefully they're not gritty. Chewy candies in 4 juicy flavors. So please don't leave me with grapefruit. But if there's
We have apple.
and then
Johannesberry. Oh, if Shelly was on, I would make a joke.
if there's any one thing to learn from Hansel and Gretel, it's that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or a house by its cake walls.
Mara.
Sure, the sparkling sugar windows might seem super awesome, but we all know the witch on the other side as well not super awesome is not super awesome. Keep that in mind with this yum. It may look plain as you unwrap it, but one chew will reveal a succulent burst of apple, passion fruit,
Oh, there
black currant, or grapefruit. A much better surprise than an evil witch, don't you think?
Okay, so I just got excited because black currant is my favorite fruit. So this one, what was it? You said passion fruit?
Apple, passion fruit,
Yeah.
grapefruit, and black currant.
There is no grapefruit. There are 2 apple. I'm assuming that's passion
that's
fruit.
passion
That's not
fruit,
that's
yeah.
not grapefruit. I was just trying to look it up for you. Yep,
So-
that's passion fruit.
Yep.
So then Johannesberry
Is
with
black currant.
is black currant. You guys is anyone gonna be mad if I take the black currant one?
No, go for it.
Okay. I'm not particularly a fan of fake apple anything. But
And I know Liz does not like passion fruit, so I'll do the passion fruit.
okay. Oh, it's very sticky.
If I can get it out of the wrapper.
Justin calls black currant pretentious grape. He picks on me a lot about that. It's sticking to the wrapper.
Okay. Okay.
It's a soft now and later.
I was just gonna say it's a now and later. Yeah.
The apple was tasty.
It's very passion fruity. I was going to say Laffy Taffy.
That too. The consistency of Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has that like chemically taste of a now and later that Laffy Taffy does not have.
It was tart. I would say it was tart. I wouldn't call it sour.
No. I didn't get a ton of black currant flavor out of that. I can definitely tell that that's what they were going for, but
That definitely tasted like apple.
okay.
And not fake apple. It tasted like,
Oh, okay.
like apple cider.
That's good.
I mean, I've had a lot of passion fruit because passion fruit's used in a lot of beers and stuff. And sometimes I'll get the passion fruit sparkling water.
Mm-hmm.
So that flavor's there. Did I necessarily enjoy that? Nah, that's debatable.
It's
I
kind of small.
Yeah.
I'd probably go like a 2 out of 5.
I liked the apple. It definitely tasted like apple cider. So I'd probably give it a 2.75. I feel like this is like grandma bought a bunch and put it in a candy dish. And that's why, that seems like, how old are these? And they're like
Yeah.
stuck to the wrapper.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of pull them off the thing. These are definitely like, I want to say they're old people candy, but I'm old people now. So I like them.
It was just okay. It was a lot of work for little payoff.
Mine didn't stick.
Yeah, the special one.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe the apple is the key.
maybe.
Oh, there's one more. You can try it later or
There you go.
tomorrow or whatever, right?
Also, maybe if you put it in like the fridge or something.
Maybe.
What was your rating to?
I'm gonna go like a 1.5. I wouldn't buy it again. There's definitely other black currant candies that are significantly better.
Okay.
Honestly, my black currant cough drops are better.
Pretentious grape.
Pretentious grape.
That's I heard
Yeah.
that's a character in the new Harry Potter movie.
Pretentious grape.
Yeah.
That does sound like a good Harry Potter name. Yeah.
Our next one, and we are going back to your favorite snack producer,
Mm-hmm.
just because of their frequency in this box. with ham and cheese corn puffs.
Oh, that's exciting.
Crispy, crunchy, and quintessentially German. For Germans, there's no such thing as too much ham and cheese. A typical breakfast, eggs with ham slices and cheese on bread. Lunch, an open-faced ham and cheese sandwich. Dinner, a platter of rolled ham, cheese, pickled vegetables, and bread. And in between, these ham and cheese puffs. It only makes sense that Germany's quintessential food pairing would also be the country's favorite snack flavor.
Immediately when I opened up this bag, I got like a whiff of ham and Swiss. So
That's so interesting.
I have high hopes.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting. And it's like when you say ham and cheese, I'm like thinking like American cheese.
Right.
And it's ham and Swiss.
Yeah,
Very,
No, it smells like almost like
nutty.
Oh, they smell delicious.
like honey ham too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, they're really good.
Those legit taste like ham.
Yeah.
And if any of my brunchers are watching, smell that and tell me that's not ham. That's ham.
That's legit cheese. Like,
Well, it says there's cheese in it,
yeah.
not cheese product.
Oh, that's cheese. Oh my gosh, these are so good.
Schinkenkasse. Looks like chicken, but it's Schinken must be ham. Nussbrig, Knacking, Mag, XOX.
I mean, this is definitely cheese that
Right.
I know. But, huh,
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
those are really good.
So
And it's not bacon.
Can I have a couple more?
It's ham. Like
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
like
of times they'll use like a bacon flavor.
yeah. No, it tastes like Black Forest ham.
Just like look, the skin.
Yeah. Here.
On a baked ham.
Take those away from me because I will eat the whole thing.
Yeah, those are gonna go
Oh,
quick.
so yeah, those will disappear fast.
It's like I'll get up tomorrow morning and they will be gone because somebody will have taken them to work. Which is fine.
if you like them that much, I will leave them here for you.
No, you can take them. I'll probably keep something else behind.
You can do.
I mean,
combo
I
of-
could stop you from arguing, and I could just take them.
You can do
with
a
me.
combo of the ketchup and onion ones. You can have
Yeah.
1-to-1.
Our next trivia. Let's see if we can get through these. The Wunderland Kalkar amusement.
Hold on,
We didn't rate them.
we didn't rate that.
Oh, that was a 4.75.
I was going to say the same thing.
That's across the board. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I realized we hadn't rated
The
it.
only thing that keeps them from being a 5, which is like a perfect score, is that Cadbury exists in the world.
The Wunderland Kalkar amusement park is uniquely located at A, a former concert hall, B, a local dump, C, a nuclear power plant, or D, an underwater greenhouse.
Huh. We'll go with the nuclear power plant.
I was thinking the same thing.
You are both correct. It is the nuclear power plant.
Nuclear?
It's not nuclear.
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 Like nuclear.
I say things how I say them.
KW. Is all that screaming from the roller coaster or the radiation?
I mean,
That's harsh. Just kidding.
What a way to put that.
Well, the park was built at the site of what was supposed to be a nuclear power plant. Local protests caused the plans to be scrapped before the reactor was built. So the shell of the plant was abandoned. There was only one logical thing to do with it. Turn it into an amusement park.
Why
complete
not?
With rides, rock climbing, hotels, and a bowling alley. Now the only thing that radiates is fun. That's screaming radiation poisoning. That's awful.
Someone copywriting for Universal Yum said some fun with that.
Yeah.
this
Very
month.
dark sense of humor. Sweet cherry cookies. Soft and buttery with luscious German cherry. Pro tip: if a giant offers you cherries, say no. In The Grim Tale, The Valiant Little Tailor, a giant lowers the uppermost branch of a cherry tree into the titular tailor's hand, supposedly so he can taste the fruit. But when the giant lets go, the branch springs upright and the tailor goes flying. Fortunately, the tailor later uses his wits to outsmart the giant. And fortunately for you, there are no giants standing in the way of these buttery cherry cookies. Happy ending for all.
Oh, they smell really good.
They do. Mm.
Wow.
If you've been watching our show for a while now, I don't mean tonight's episode, I meant just in general. You know I'm not the biggest fan of cherry.
You don't like cherry, you don't like peach.
Or a lemon.
But
I'm learning things.
this almost smells familiar.
It's
It's an almond paste cookie.
Almond paste,
yeah. It's the cookies from Etna's.
Mm.
Mm. That's good.
Those are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
With
Okay.
coffee.
So you say the cookies from Etna's are a lot of Italian
Savoyas or
bakeries,
whatever,
right? So the cherry filling is sweet, but what I've noticed with the Italian cookies is that the cookie part is also sweet,
Mhm.
sweeter. This isn't as sweet, but this is actually pretty good in that regard. It doesn't overpower you with like sugary sweetness.
Yeah. I like these a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I would eat the entire box of these.
Oh yeah.
Just coffee. It'd be one of those things where I'd have them next to me at work and I'd reach for them and they'd be gone and I wouldn't
Mhm.
have remembered eating all of
Yes.
them.
Yeah, those are good.
I do that with toast. I'll make myself a couple slices of toast
And
and
then
I'll
it's
be
just
working
gone.
and eating and then I'll reach over to the plate and I'll be like, what? Where did my toast go?
So you brought up a Grimm's fairy tale, and I'm gonna go back to our Chuck E. Cheese conversation because we're like, because the kids were too scared. We're like, and here we are in Germany, and Germany is one of the countries that's like famous for using very scary stories to like scare kids into behaving properly. And now we're like, taking away all the scary things because we can't damage our children. But like that's how we were raised. We were like scared
No,
straight.
damage them until they behave. For wondering, I mean,
healthy fear is good.
I mean, there's people who would argue with you like that you shouldn't govern by fear and people should have an innate moral code that doesn't rely on punishment, but based on the wanting to do well. And that's very naive and wishful thinking. But I mean,
But
how many thousands of years did
I'm not saying like be afraid of me. I'm like, but like having like a healthy fear to me means that you understand that there are things that you should be cautious so that you don't just wander around haphazardly throughout your entire life.
Right. Hansel and Gretel is a perfect example of stranger danger.
Right.
Like just because she has a candy house doesn't make her a nice lady.
Because like, okay, so back in all of my zoological training, we talked about how like the thing that actually makes humans different is not any like biologic thing, is right? Because we can talk about like we got opposable thumbs, blah blah. There are species that have all the things that we have, but the thing that separates humans from other species is our ability to foresee something coming and react to it before it happens, i.e. the reason why we don't walk out into moving traffic. If we never teach kids that there are scary things in the world, how like will we evolve to not have that healthy fear and then no longer have that one thing that makes us human? I don't know. discuss amongst yourselves.
Right. I'm
That's
like,
what I'm thinking.
I'm like, so is like Hansel and Gretel prohibited because it's too frightening for children?
That would seem silly to me.
Like, because
Like-
witches are scary.
Witches are so
And
scary.
abduction is scary.
And like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, same thing,
Poison apples are
Right.
scary.
right? Don't eat apples. One might be poison.
One might be poison.
Don't ever eat another apple again. You never know.
I'd rather eat the apples.
Yeah, me too.
So what did you score that one?
We didn't score it yet.
I'm asking you.
Oh.
My goodness.
I am going to go. I'm going to go with a 4.
I'm gonna go with a 4.25.
Okay.
I'm with you on that. 4.25.
I'm like, I ate the almond cherry cookie, but my hands still smell like ham.
Yep. Yeah.
Next one is a dark chocolate marzipan bar. I love marzipan.
Me too.
Intense almond candy coated in chocolate. People in northern Germany are going nuts for a certain almond candy, marzipan. While the origin of this confection made from sugar, honey, and almond meal is widely debated, many are quick to claim credit, with the city of Lübeck as a top contender. In fact, it's considered the marzipan capital of the world. Once you try this soft, chewy, and intensely almondy candy coated in decadent dark chocolate, you'll see why its popularity has spread all over North Germany and beyond.
I think I may have had this before, not necessarily from the same company, although the wrapper looks a little familiar. Can I see what does it say? I can't read that. Qualitas? I don't recognize that brand name, but
That's how the inside looks.
oh yeah. The chocolate has that raisin chocolate smell again. That's got to be just a German chocolate kind of standard.
They really build that as almondy, but the cookies were more almondy.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not getting a ton of almond.
I was afraid that maybe I didn't get enough of the filling to really experience that, but
No.
The dark chocolate overshadowed.
Overpowers
Yeah,
it. If there is almond there, the dark chocolate covers it up completely.
to me, the dark chocolate's got a little bit of that grit to it too, doesn't it?
I think that's the filling. The
Oh, is that the
has got
filling?
almond,
Yeah.
almond meal in it.
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you get like some of the chocolate and it's a little gritty,
Mhm.
but I like the chocolate.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
chocolate is good. I was again. I am disappointed.
Yes.
You
'cause
build it as this almond thing, and I'm like punch of almond, and it was like no almond.
I have had other like candies that were similarly shaped, like a long, like not like a chocolate bar, but like a
Stick.
foil, yeah, like a stick. And the marzipan flavor was much more forward. So in comparison, knowing that something exists out there that was what we thought it was going to be, this kind of rate's a little low.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't kick it out of my pantry,
Right.
but
I
I
need it.
probably wouldn't choose it first. I'd probably give that a 3.
I'm gonna give it. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm gonna go with 2. It's not that it was bad. It just
They hyped it.
they
It
hyped
didn't
they
need the hype.
hyped it, and if this is sitting on the shelf next to other chocolate marzipan things, I would not buy it.
Yep.
So
I like the chocolate. The chocolate was good quality. I'll go with
Right.
a 3 on that.
So this is a gimme. I think we all know the answer to this one. The Autobahn Highway is unique because A, it has no speed limit, B, nobody has ever crashed on it, C, police don't patrol it, or D, it has a speed limit of 1,000 miles per hour.
I honestly don't know.
It has no speed limit.
That sounds right.
That is correct.
Okay. That's
Welcome
scary.
to one of the safest highways in the entire world, where you can go 100 plus miles per hour for over 8,000 miles. Despite the fact that more than half of the road has no legal speed limit, the famous highway sees 26% fewer accidents than those with speed limits. While potential limits of 80 miles per hour have been proposed in the past, to this day those measures have never passed. So locals can continue to drive as quickly as they please.
Interesting.
And I think unless you have a sports car, most people are not going 150 miles an hour.
Right.
I mean, they maybe are going as fast as they're comfortable with, which in my case
Yeah.
would probably be between 75 and 80.
Right.
It's funny though, like
Gotta
even
go
like
through.
when you go to like other states where the speed limits are higher, you're like, holy cow, this is weird. Like, because
Yeah.
the speed limit here is only 65,
Right.
and then you can get into like states south of here where it's 70 or 75.
Mhm.
And it's very strange.
Driving in France, it's higher. It's between like 85 and 95, and it's scary as all get out. People drive like maniacs there.
But you after a while, like I mean, obviously France might be different, but like here, like if you're driving in one of those other states, you get used to it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, and then you come back here and you feel like you're moving like a turtle.
right?
Yeah.
Our next, we're staying in the world of chocolate. Milk chocolate with forest fruit filling.
Oh.
A taste of the Black Forest. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by the darkest evergreens you've ever seen. The scent of pine fills your senses and you hear the faint trickle of the Danube River in the distance. Now take a piece of this chocolate and hold it to your nose. Are you smelling the plentiful wild berry bushes that dot the landscape? You may as well be. All of the rich fruit flavors in this chocolate are also found in Germany's famous Black Forest. So take a deep breath, have another bite, and enjoy the hike. I don't know. They've got somebody here like really getting flowery with these descriptions. And you got to be careful, Mr. Universal Yums food description person, because you're making us disappointed because you're doing too good of a job.
So, what are officially the flavors of the Black Forest? Because, like, I know Black Forest cake is my favorite kind of cake, but it's just cherry chocolate and whipped cream.
I don't smell pine trees.
Thank God. I was worried about that.
I was like, is it pine flavored?
Oh, I failed on the breaking of the chocolate. I am so sorry. Let's see if I can. Nope, it just doesn't want to break on a straight line for me.
If we go by the ingredients, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry, raspberry.
I
The li-
smell raspberry.
The label, it had blackberry, strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry on it.
And then this has elderberry and black carrot.
Black carrot for color.
I don't think so.
That's
It's-
good.
It's very good. It smells like raspberries, but the blueberry is the strongest flavor of the berries.
I get the blackberry.
That's tasty.
They're very good.
Like, I don't normally like Black Forest cake because it's not fruity enough. It's usually just, to me, it tastes like a Swiss roll with cherries on it. If it tasted like that, if the filling tasted like that in a Black Forest cake, I would like it better.
I just really like cherries.
Well, there's no cherry. Oh, you like the cherries on top. I was like, if you made a Black Forest cake, 2 layers, and in the middle you put a mix of like this berry
Mhm.
jam,
Right.
and then you put your whipped cream and cherries on top, I think that would be delicious.
Yeah, you're right.
But this was really, really good, and I would probably buy this.
Yeah.
Like if this showed up at Aldi, I
Mhm.
would grab one.
I buy almost everything of the Aldi like
Chocolate.
German stuff because it's so good.
I give it a 4.
That's where I was at. Solid 4.
Solid 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the Black Forest cake that we know is an Americanized version with just cherries, right? But
That's what I always thought. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe there it is more of the berry fruit.
of like all of the different
That's
fruits.
interesting. I didn't realize in the package they actually had like a little piece of cardboard to like kind of
Keep it from
keep the package from.
Smush.
yeah, because that would smush very easily.
After World War II, Berlin. Oh, you already did your score?
Yeah, we all gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I did.
Yeah.
After World War II, Berlin was split into two, with West Berlin controlled by the U.S., Britain, and France, and East Berlin controlled by Russia. And when the Russian government cut off land routes to West Berlin, the only way to bring in supplies was by plane. With resources so limited, things like chocolate and candy became. I didn't even ask the question. I'm just giving you the answer. I'm so tired. With resources so limited, things like chocolate and candy became high value commodities that could even be used as currency. That made it all the more generous when Lieutenant Gail Halverson airdropped 23 tons of candy via mini parachute to the children of West Berlin. Talk about a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
So the question was, the American airmen delighted the children of West Berlin by after World War II. And the answers are kind of funny. Giving them each a Game Boy in
Yeah,
1945.
Yeah.
Teaching them to play baseball, teaching them how to garden. Like, gardening is an American thing. That's not done
Yes.
anywhere else in the world.
We invented vegetables.
Vegetables. The entire rest of the world was hunter-gatherers. We invented farming. Oh, God. And then airdropping the candy. And I think we are on our last snack for this this German trip.
It's not a snack though.
Oh, it's not a snack. It's a board game.
Wow.
Mule board game. Playing one of Germany's oldest games. Can't agree on who gets to eat the last yum? Compete for it. This month you get to play one of the oldest strategy games in all of Europe. Mule. Also known as Mills. Germans have been playing this game since ancient times, as early as the Holy Roman Empire in the 9th century. In fact, some families have even have heirloom game boards passed down through generations. And once you've played a round or two, you'll see why. This classic game has withstood the test of time. So we're actually done with the German snacks. We have
Yeah.
a board game.
We'll figure out how to play this maybe.
Yeah, that could be fun.
It's like it's
Not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, you gave us the trivia answer before.
I know. I'm
asking
like,
the question. You're like, just screw it.
I'll give you the last trivia question. Which
All
of the following was invented in Germany? The steam engine, air conditioning, microscopes, or the printing press? And this one is a gimme for me.
With the printing press.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
The Gutenberg printing press.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I was almost gonna say the Heidelberg.
I don't think that's a printing press.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, Gutenberg. Because
Oh.
they wanted, the Protestant Reformation wanted the people to be able to read the Bible
I was close. It
And,
was a Berg.
and not have it in the sole ownership, essentially, of the church. They wanted people to be able to read it and interpret it for themselves.
Interesting.
So they printed the Bible over and over and over to the best of their ability. And now a single page, one page, from a original print Gutenberg Bible is worth about $2 billion.
Wow.
And there are some people in the world that have like a whole copy.
Those people who have that kind of money, I have a great investment for you.
It's not a page from the Gutenberg Bible.
No, that seems like a really frivolous thing that doesn't do
It's like,
a lot of people any good.
I have this piece of parchment that's worth $2 million. And you're like, spill.
I can think of a lot better ways to spend
fold it in half and put it in your purse.
0.1% of the money that they spent on one piece of parchment.
They are frequent single pages or
Wow.
single folios are often auctioned at Sotheby's.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's get into our high scores and low scores of this box, shall we?
I think we know the high score.
All right. So we'll start off with Tina. Your highest score item was the ham and cheese knuffles.
Yeah.
Knuffles.
Knuffles.
We didn't even say that what they were called. They're knuffles.
That is also the high score for Liz and the high score for myself.
Yay! We all
Yeah.
like the ham and cheese.
They're so good.
Second place scores, though.
You're too lazy to make a sandwich.
Or just eat a bag of those.
All three of us gave the bonbons, the first snack of the night, our second place score.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That's dessert.
Yeah.
That's your sandwich, and that's your dessert.
And then a third place score, or well,
The Black
in your
Forest bar?
case,
No.
um,
No, the cookie.
we all gave the cookies our next highest score. Mine actually was a tie between the cookies and the forest fruit bar.
Yeah.
So
That forest fruit bar was good.
it should come as no surprise. The lowest scores of the evening. Liz, you actually had a lower score for an item than what you gave the no surprise item. The lemon wafer cookie was your lowest score.
Because it's the trash cookie.
Was it the milk and honey?
Tina, all
Got some hot on my
three of us, I mean, you mentioned it, the milk and honey was our lowest one. Well, other than Liz, our lowest rated snack.
Yeah.
And then Tina, you and I, our second lowest rated score was for the sour chew candy thing.
Yeah, they were very disappointing.
Everything else though, this was a really good box.
Yeah.
We had some things that we didn't like, but for the most part, everything was average or above. So that's good. That's what we like to see out of the Young's boxes.
I think if I were to go back and rescore, I would have put the Black Forest bar higher than the bonbons. I just felt it was higher quality chocolate overall.
I just like the filling on the bonbons.
Yeah, the filling was really good.
I feel confident that if I was ever in Germany and I had to feed myself, that I could go into like a 7-Eleven and get some ham and cheese snacks and be like,
Yeah.
I'll just eat these.
Yeah.
I know what these are. I know that they're good.
Yeah.
Nuffles.
Knuckles.
Can I have some Nuffles, please? We're not done yet, though.
Oh no.
That's
I'm like,
but there's I only see 4 things, so we won't
Yeah.
be up too much longer.
No, we'll get through these.
No.
I'm gonna.
So we saw these recently on a YouTube channel that somebody else tried these, and we coincidentally had them. So we're like, well, we got to have these tonight, right? So Tina, I'm not sure if you've ever had these or not, but they're from Nestle. And, we're jumping into Canada snacks now.
Okay.
We've gone from Germany to Canada.
Not everything is necessarily from Canada, though. But we saw these, and we figured we should try them tonight. They're from Nestle. They are Big Turk. They are a chocolate-covered Turkish delight.
I don't remember having this.
I'm
So,
afraid.
huh?
I am afraid.
You're afraid? Are you not a fan of Turkish delight?
Well, Turkish delight has a texture. Which
Yeah.
It's fine. It's like
Yeah.
a gummy.
Yeah.
I've never had a chocolate gummy.
Oh, I've had chocolate covered gummies before.
It smells a little weird.
What flavor Turkish delight is it though?
Well, most Turkish delight is just
That rose one.
or non-flavored, just sugar.
Does
Oh, it's rose. Faintly rose. What rose?
which is not my favorite flavor of Turkish delight.
All right. I don't hate it. Okay. I'm going to criticize it, but I'm still going to eat them.
It's odd,
It
but
tastes-
it's
It tastes. It has a taste of a smell. I've never eaten one of these, but it has the taste of the smell of a chocolate covered urinal cake.
I was not expecting you to go there. It 100% tastes like a chocolate covered Swedish fish.
Yeah, but it has like a floral
they're very floral. Yeah, I like them.
or like chocolate covered grandma cologne.
I don't hate it. I wouldn't buy them.
Chocolate covered Shalimar.
Well, that's the thing though, is like, so you go to Canada,
Yeah.
and they have a plethora of snacks of all sorts of kinds, and we're gonna run the gamut. We're not just gonna do candy bars. We're not gonna just do chips.
I see that.
Actually, we're not gonna do any chips tonight. And
Sad,
the thing is like, to try something like this and just try it once.
Yeah.
Why the hell not? Right?
Why
Like I
not?
said, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not like, blah, gross, because it's like,
Right.
I was
It's not
worried that I
gross.
wouldn't like the texture because I felt like the chocolate would just crumble off and you'd be left with this chewy gummy thing. But the chocolate was thick enough that it stuck around.
But it also didn't really have the texture of true Turkish delight
No, it was
either.
chewier.
No.
Yeah, it really read like a Swedish fish.
Right.
Well, sometimes the ones that we get, right, like in some of the boxes we got, almost have like a sugary coating on the outside.
Yeah,
It should.
They have powdered sugar on the
Yeah.
outside, and they're
Yeah.
also very soft.
Mhm.
Turkish
Well, I
delight is
mean,
usually
almost
very
some of them
soft.
are
Very-
like
yeah.
almost like a granular type feel too. I think
I think-
we've had some like that, but we've had a lot of the ones we've had have had like the powdery sugar.
They're powdery sugar on the outside, and the
Yeah.
inside is a very gelatinous.
Yeah.
But I mean, why not? We tried them.
Yeah.
I don't even think that we really. I mean, I didn't really eyeball it that close. I just said, "Oh, Big Turk." That's kind of a fun
Funny.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder, because we had said that, oh well, the Turkish delight on the inside is a little bit more firm than
Mhm.
I'm accustomed to for a Turkish delight, but these are the minis.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you get the bigger ones, is
If
the Turkish
it's
delight is
like the
more like the
softer.
softer Turkish
Yeah.
delight.
I'm getting the floral now with that it's been sitting in my mouth for a while, which makes me like it a little less. I don't like things that are floral taste.
I like
Usually.
candied. I've had candied violets, and they're very tasty. I've also had a lot of like floral flavors in tea that I like. So there is. I don't mind a floral element to some foods. And like I said, I don't hate that, but it definitely
Yeah.
has a floral, perfumey.
Yeah. Nestle should really maybe consider making Big Turks with the citrus Turkish delights, like the lemon or the orange, because dark chocolate with lemon or dark chocolate with orange are delightful. And like either of those flavors, Turkish delight, are really, really good on their own, and dark chocolate would pair nicely with those.
I wonder if there's mint Turkish delight,
I don't know.
because I think dark chocolate and mint.
Yeah, dark chocolate and mint do go all together.
So this next thing, I was kind of, when we're putting together the Canadian snacks, this is from Walmart, but it was in the British aisle, and I kind of half wondered if Tina's had these or not.
And this is Canadian Walmart in
yes.
the British aisle.
So these are from Devon brand, and they're bourbon creams.
I have not had this brand of bourbon cream, but I have had bourbon creams before.
Now, I don't think there's actual bourbon in them. I don't think they're called bourbon creams because of the beverage. I think they're called bourbon because of the French influence. Is that possible?
I
I can't read that.
He has
I
an item.
I have had bourbon
This is
creams
really
that
tiny.
are
Like, not printed out.
bourbon like the liquor before. But that might be more of an American thing. Oh, and this is definitely something different than I have had.
This is almost like a sandwich cookie.
I have had a bourbon cream that's like a bonbon, not a cookie. Oh, this smells really good.
Ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil, cocoa powder, cornstarch, salt, ammonium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate. It's a very short list of ingredients. Yeah.
This is good. I have never had anything like this. No.
Chocolate flavored, cream filled chocolate biscuits.
These are good.
What do you think, dear?
But why are they called bourbon creams?
I'm actually kind of.
I would
Yeah.
love these with a cup of coffee.
I feel like they have a raw flour taste, like the cookie does. And I just know that from like baking, and I've got flour on my hands and stuff. They're not terrible. I'd rather have an Oreo.
I like these better than Oreos.
They're not as chocolatey. I think Oreos are more chocolatey. Even with
Yeah,
the cream filling, like these are not a strong chocolate flavor.
I think I like these because they're more subtle.
I think they'd be good with coffee.
Yeah.
So Devon bourbon creams. Just we were curious.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
They're good.
it's one of those things where you're like, oh, it's called a bourbon cream. Is it going to taste like bourbon? Is it bourbon because of France? Is
Yeah.
it bourbon because somebody named Bourbon made them?
I mean, by that token, you were, I think, further down the aisle, and Christy was with me. And when I grabbed them, she was like, "What's that?" And I showed her, and she's like, "Ooh, that sounds good." So she picked up a pack of them too.
Right.
I don't know if she ever said if they had them yet or not. I should probably check with her and see, but see what they think.
I'm looking them up because I'm just curious to see.
Like, is there a Wikipedia article on bourbon creams? Like, I imagine they're a type of cookie, not a brand of cookie.
Bourbon biscuit. Yeah, because here's other companies. Okay. The bourbon, pronounced bourbon, is a sandwich biscuit consisting of two thin rectangular dark chocolate flavored biscuits with a chocolate buttercream filling. They originated in the United Kingdom, London, created by Peak Friends. I've probably not a rolled R if it was originated in London, but that just sounded fun to do. The biscuit was introduced in 1910, so Victorian, originally under the name Creola by the biscuit company Peak Friends of Bermondsey, London, originator of the Garibaldi biscuit. The bourbon name, dating from the 1930s, comes from the former French and Spanish Royal House of Bourbon. You were right on. 2000.
10 Victorian?
She died in 11.
Okay. I was going to say, isn't it Georgia?
I don't know a lot of history, but that one I know, and it's only because I played Queen Victoria in Mary Poppins. And we were trying to figure out, like, would she be dead or alive as a statue in the park?
Right.
Yes. So, a 2009 survey found that the bourbon biscuit was the 5th most popular biscuit in the United Kingdom for dunking into tea.
Ick.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. Coffee.
Tea
What's the
blasphemy.
fifth?
I'm like,
Well, 'cause-
show me this chart.
Yeah.
I want the reference of this chart. Show me the
Maybe an English breakfast, but not Earl Grey.
I'm not any tea. Don't bastardize my tea with this.
I would do
the
it all day
small-
with coffee.
There's a lot of information here. Okay. The small holes in bourbon biscuits are to prevent the biscuits from cracking or breaking during the baking process by allowing steam to escape. Many other companies make their own version of the biscuit under the bourbon name, including major supermarkets. McVitie's, who we know from biscuits. Chocolate coated penguin biscuits are made with the same biscuit mix as their bourbon biscuit, but the filling is different. So there you go. Now I'm going to second guess myself that it's 1911 that Victoria died, because I don't want somebody to come back and be like, I was off by a year, but I feel like it was 11.
All right. Well, while you're researching that,
Now this says 1901, and I definitely thought it was much later than that.
I was gonna say I didn't think she was still alive because I think
Do
Queen
you think it
Elizabeth's
was
father
Georgian?
was George, and then his father was George. So I think
Georgian era.
Yeah.
1714 to 1837. So we're both off on our. So what? 1911 would have been what era? 1911 British. Who came after Victoria? British. Would
Queen Elizabeth's grandfather.
So this is why I suck at history. Okay. Edwardian.
There we go.
There
And
we
he was
go.
King Edward.
Okay. So yeah, 1901. So she would have been dead in 1910 when Mary Poppins took place. So there we go. Which is, I think it was 1910. Now I'm going to second guess that.
And now we're
because-
all educated on British peerage.
Listen, as I love all of my British stuff, but I am terrible with dates and have always have been, always will be. It's just the way it is.
Mr. Gordonier is not impressed.
I'm sure he would not be. But
How's that for throwing a name? Huh?
but
is he a history teacher?
Yes.
yes, my
Nazareth?
yes. So I much to my chagrin was told that I must take AP American and European, and I was like, but why? I was not good at history. The only year I ever did good at history was when I had Mr. Ivison in 6th grade, not only because he was the most brilliant teacher I ever had, but it was ancient civilizations. And who doesn't like ancient Egypt and Rome and Greece, like Mesopotamia, all that stuff's cool. Digging for stuff, but yeah.
So we had a lemon wafer cookie earlier. Let's try another lemon cookie, shall we?
We shall.
And this is a company that we've gotten many a product from. This is the Dare brand. And these are Dare lemon creams.
Do you dare to eat another lemon product tonight,
Ultimate
Mike?
lemon creams.
Ooh.
Yes. And this actually says they're flavored with a U in the word flavored with real lemons.
Okay.
No artificial colors or flavors. Perfect for snacking, sharing, and entertaining. So
If you want to like
They're
put
gonna
the
dance.
cookies out and things. Well, if you're in a different kind of entertaining blue than you're
we've
Cookie
had
pasties.
we've had a fair amount of snacks from Dare, and they're usually pretty good.
That's like the show I went to see at RBTL last week. I went to see Moulin Rouge. There was
some
very
what do you call
scantily
it?
clad dancers.
What do you call it? That type of show, the
Burlesque.
burlesque. Yes.
Oh, immediately you can smell them. Like, you want to talk about lemon forward.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I mean, I had the package like a foot away from me, and I could smell the lemon.
I've got high hopes. I've got high hopes.
These do smell really good.
these I would have with tea.
Now
Especially
that's a
Earl
lemon
Grey.
cookie.
Those are good.
Yep.
I still wouldn't
That-
dunk it in my tea. I would.
No, but-
I wouldn't dunk anything in my tea.
No, but like Earl Grey has got the bergamot,
Yeah.
and this is a citrus, so
Yeah.
they go together.
This is a lemon cookie that tastes like a lemon cookie.
Well, the
Yeah.
filling is lemon, but I think the cookies are just like a
Well,
shortbread.
No, the cookie is lemon. I'm eating it separately. Unless it's just getting carryover from the cream. But it's like it has lemon zest in the cookie.
When I say cookie, I meant like the sum of the entirety.
Mm.
So I mean the filling, the cookie, everything. The cookie may just be vanilla or whatever, but I'm getting a lot of lemon in it. It's good. It's not my most favorite thing in the world, but
I like it.
I can
like
look
it.
at these and appreciate them and go, yeah, this is a good cookie.
I think the biscuit part of it does have lemon zest in it.
It is a shortbread though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's got the little salt crystals in it.
Mm-hmm.
The cookie's solid, like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
I like that cookie.
Yeah.
So much better than the wafer thing.
If you want
Germany,
to do,
take notes.
if you want to do a true side by side,
No,
there's one wafer cookie left. All
I
right,
think I've got.
I think it's
all
there's
on that.
really no comparison.
those are good. Oh, I did the French side. That's-
Citron.
English.
And those are Canadian find as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, one more thing, and this is like how I said, candy and chips are something that you can find in abundance in Canada. There's also other genres to look at, like cookies, for instance. But how about snack cakes?
Oh.
You think around these parts. You got your Hostess and Little Debbie's and so on, right? Mrs. Freshly's or whatever the hell whatever you pick your poison. Drake's.
Entenmann's.
Entenmann, so on. So we discovered this one just on a whim. One of the last times we went out was this company called Vachon. And so the previous time we tried, 2 or 3 of their things?
Mhm.
Well, we picked the rest of
So good.
the inventory up this last time.
Like,
Well,
and
try.
I'm not trying to like hype these up, and I haven't had these, but like everything we've had from this company tastes like it came from a bakery.
Wow.
It doesn't taste like store-bought garbage.
Yes. And actually, the last time we were up there, we're in the aisle and Liz is looking at the different snack cakes. And there's a woman shopping next to her and goes, "Oh, these ones are really good," and pointed at ones and recommended. I don't know if it was these ones or a different one.
No, they were the
But you-
Napoleon ones.
Right. But she was actually like, "Oh, yeah, you want to get those ones." And she
And-
I think she saw our cart and it was just,
Oh.
It was just ridiculous. It was just a whole bunch of.
I like a good Napoleon.
Wow.
yeah. So these ones tonight we're going to do, they're called Passion Flakies. And they are apple raspberry flaky pastries. So very curious, very interesting.
When I saw passion flaky, I thought maybe you were pulling out another passion fruit flavored something.
Liz would have not been happy, I think.
I don't like passion.
But this flavor profile, I think, might be a crowd pleaser. And it looks like there's actually some cream in the middle of them, too.
Wow, these are like big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really did get dinner tonight coming here. I'm not going to have to make anything when I get home.
So they are big. They are
They're
bigger than a
gonna be
Hostess
flaky.
cupcake.
Yeah.
So I anticipate that there's going to be crumbs everywhere.
Speaking of like snack cakes from all over, if you recall when I brought the
This go
go ahead. No, but you go ahead.
It's almost like you can see layers.
It's got sugar on
Yeah,
top.
it looks like puff pastry.
And it's got like a sugar
Yeah.
up top.
And it smells great.
Oh yeah. You remember I brought when I came back from Florida, I brought the snack cakes back that were from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
The Walmart on Dewey Avenue has started carrying stuff from that company, and I know that they have a lot of like a wide variety of things. So that might be something fun to explore at some point. But I noticed an end cap oven. I was like,
Oh my
ooh, because they're definitely better than like a Hostess or a Little Debbie.
It's flaky. I'm getting crumbs all over the floor. This tastes like it came from a bakery.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is in the middle of me eating this, but I mean, look at the layers in that and like the airiness of it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that in like a regular snack cake.
No.
It's lamination from layering butter and pastry. And the filling is not sickeningly sweet, so it doesn't taste like
Not at all sugary.
yeah, it doesn't taste I don't know how you was like chemically.
Right.
It tastes like literally like if somebody brought these to my house in a pastry box, I would not question that they came from a bakery.
Well, now I know.
I bought these in Germany.
It just melts away as you eat it too. Like it's like
So good.
It also
Oh
sits
no,
on
I
the
was
floor.
doing so good.
It's all right.
I lost something.
But just outstanding. I mean,
I love it. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's like a sweet croissant,
Mm-hmm.
but not as buttery. Like I'm not getting a lot of butter flavor, but I'm getting the flakiness of a butter pastry. That was really good.
I have like almost like a baklava, but without the honey. Like if you were to get a dry baklava, that's like the texture.
Yeah, the flaky layers.
Yeah.
And I know with this, it's like I said, it's like it's lamination, it's puff pastry, butter, puff pastry,
Mhm.
butter. And they fold it and fold it and roll it and fold it and fold it and roll it, and they do it a whole bunch of times. And I'm sure in mass produced, they probably use different ingredients and different processes, but very good.
Very good. I came on the right night.
I was going to say almost any night that we do Canadian snacks is the right night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there wasn't even anything in the German box where I was like, ugh. Like I've definitely been here on nights where I was like, oh God, please don't make me eat that. And we did not have a single snack like that.
I'm kind of glad because the other box that we had to choose from is will be coming up. We'll do it. Is turkey, and one of the things that is frequent in turkey boxes, or not turkey. We probably should have had turkey because it's Turkey Week. I didn't even think of that.
That was funny.
But one of the common candies that they have in that area, like turkey, Greece, and is mastic. Mastic flavored candies or mastic.
What is that?
Mastic is the gum of a certain pine tree
Oh.
that they mix with sugar into candies. And it definitely has the consistency of taffy,
Okay.
but it has the flavor of pine salt. And they're like, yum, 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 mastic. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Well, I will be curious to try that.
Is there, are you looking at the turkey box? Is there mastic?
I don't see it.
Not even in a yum bag?
Not that I'm seeing.
Wow.
Obviously, there's Turkish Delight in here. And it looks like there's coffee in here.
Like coffee to brew?
Yeah.
What?
They've been doing stuff like that like lately.
Mm.
But yeah. So stay tuned
So what
for
was
that.
your favorite of the Canadian ones we had at the end there?
Oh gosh. I gotta go with the passion flaky.
Yeah.
Wait, let's recap what we had. We had the chocolate covered the Turk.
The big Turks.
We had the bourbon creams, which are different than bourbon creams I've had, which are clearly an American version of a bourbon cream.
The lemon citrus.
The lemon, those are really good too.
Lemon cream, ultimate lemon cream cookies, and then the passion flakies.
I think the thing I think I would eat the most of would be the bourbon creams.
I think mine would be the lemon cookies.
Yeah.
Like the passion flakies are my favorite of them all, but as far as like I would probably, if I was gonna buy them
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I would have, what would I have? Like, okay, well the passion flakies I probably have for like breakfast. And I know they're not breakfast, but I'd probably like, ooh, coffee. But like the lemon ones I'd sit and eat with tea.
Yeah.
And how about you?
The passion flakies, I'd say for dessert, the bourbon creams would be coffee all day.
Yeah.
Like I would just sit at my desk at work and have one of those, or probably more than one of those.
Several
while
of
having
those.
coffee. Yeah.
I just like that they were like a subtle chocolate, like not overpoweringly sweet. They sort of had like more of like a cocoa flavor than like a chocolate flavor, and
Right.
I always enjoy something that has more of a cocoa than a chocolate.
Yeah, and all
Yeah.
four of those were solid. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all four of them were great. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of lemon, but I definitely am willing to try something like that. You see how I brought that? Right?
Mhm, yeah, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you can look forward to turkey. What was the other box that we just got? Do you remember?
You sent me the message when we got it saying, hey, we got Venezuela.
I can't remember. Did I send you a picture?
Mm-hmm.
So we have, and then more Canadian snacks.
Probably going to wrap those up next time.
Maybe in the next Scandinavia.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
I'm kind of glad we didn't do that tonight because I fear the salted licorice
And then,
Oh.
and fish flavored things.
and then, not only that, but they have their upcoming holiday box. which
Those
is
are always
a
fun, and they're basically
Mhm.
holiday snacks from all over the world.
Sort of, yeah, yeah. So lots of stuff to look forward
Lots of
to.
stuff to look
And maybe
forward
I'll find
Yeah.
some things when I go to Florida next month and bring some things back.
Speaking of going to Florida, we might have
Some
some
things.
stuff,
Oh,
some content.
yeah.
We're
Wow.
going to be on hiatus for a little bit, for a couple
What?
weeks.
Sort of. Well, we might get
We'll get one more in between.
Yeah, we might get another episode in. But stay tuned for all of that. Check out us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/willingsnacrifice, our YouTube channel. Watch the episodes, all the previous episodes. Try and find out where all of the Turkish delights were and the bonbons and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And thank Tina for joining us.
Thanks for having me. That was a delightful dinner.
I was going to
I
say,
was
I
going
hope
to
you
say,
enjoyed
you're,
your I
yeah,
hope you enjoyed your meal.
It was
so
a
you had a
fantastic meal.
several course dinner. right?
Yeah, what, like 14 course meal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz, it's been a lot of fun tonight, hasn't it? And what do we say? It's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun. We'll see you next time.